my last meeting as a voting, meeting as a member of City Council. It's been an interesting 2 years. In 2013, a couple of good friends, and I use that term loosely, asked me to consider running for council in Ward 4. While I've never been involved in politics, I had watched the political climate in Seven Hills devolve in those 6 years that we've been living in the city, and I hope that as an outsider, I could provide a fresh viewpoint and possibly a voice of reason. What I found after winning my seat was that there are residents in the city and people on council who are not interested in new ideas. They're interested in the status quo and making everybody who doesn't agree with their agenda look bad. I think this was shown by the council that was elected in November. There are only 2 names on the council that have not been involved in Seven Hills politics for years. I did not run this term because I found the status quo to be very frustrating. Seven Hills has some serious problems. When it was created, the residents wanted to be a nice, quiet bedroom community. That sounds great, but there's a cost burden to that type of community. Since there isn't a large commercial base to help fund the cost of running the city, the burden of supporting the city falls on the residents. I haven't talked to many residents who are willing to pay more in taxes to support the ideal of a bedroom community. In fact, the contract for Seven Hills, which residents supported overwhelmingly in November, is basing its increased revenue on an income tax restructuring, which will place the burden of supporting our city on our business partners and their employees. Once again, I will ask the question, what incentive will this give any business to come to Seven Hills instead of Independence? What will keep businesses from leaving Seven Hills or asking for a tax abatement, which negates the increase in taxes being collected due to restructuring? This is the first time I've ever lived in a small city with very little business development. I can tell you from experience, it's much nicer to have the income tax base that comes with commercial development. Doing anything that inhibits business development in the city, in my opinion, is short-sighted at best. My husband and I bought our home in Seven Hills because we had a very specific list of requirements that we needed to meet. Our home fit all of those requirements. While I didn't know anything about Seven Hills when we bought here, I'm glad that since we ended up in Seven Hills, our house happened to be in Ward 4. It has a diversity of income levels, which is shown by the houses in the ward. The houses in Ward 4 range from what I would call starter homes, priced at about $100,000 on lots of 5,000 square feet, to houses priced above the $300,000 mark. There are businesses along most of Broadview Road in Ward 4. We have senior cluster homes, and we have what is apparently a dirty word, apartments. Based on where I've lived in the past, this kind of diversity is what I think makes a city work. Apparently, I'm in the minority in Seven Hills, which is why I don't think that I should be a representative on council. Since I'm a resident and still paying a mortgage in Seven Hills, I hope that the contract for Seven Hills works. I will say that if I'd been an average citizen, I might have voted for it. The literature was very well done and it sounds great. What's not to like about a plan that's going to do more work on our infrastructure, support our schools, take care of our seniors, and not cost very many of the residents any more money? After having spent the last 2 years actively involved in city business, I don't see how it's sustainable, but 2 of our council members have been sure that they know more about the running the city than anybody else in the administration or on council, so I only can hope that they are correct. In closing, I would like to thank all the residents in Ward 4 who supported me during the last 2 years. It was my honor to serve as your representative on council. I hope I provided the representative that you were looking for from your council members.